From KJFM Louisiana Bowling Green, this is Eagle 102, broadcasting 24/7, 365. KJFM Radio, Eagle 102. Area high school basketball is on the air. Every week, Eagle 102 brings you the best of area high school sports. On air at 102.1, online at kjfmradio.com, and on the KJFM radio app. Now to the court for high school basketball on your area sports leader, KJFM Radio.
Welcome back to Bowling Green High School and the 96th Annual Bowling Green Invitational Tournament. One game is in the books. The Louisiana Bulldogs, they win the consolation trophy with a 63-42 win over the Ellsbury Indians. Jim Ross and Brennan Ross here with you for the next two games, as we'll have the third place game between the Bowling Green Bobcats and the North Callaway Thunderbirds. It should be a good matchup. We're glad to have you with us. The Bowling Green Pharmacy pregame show is next on Eagle 102.
Area high school basketball from the 96th Annual Bowling Green Invitational Tournament, brought to you by Liggins Flooring, Pow Pow Cattle Farms and Fencing, Craig's Truck and Tractor Service, Lynn's Heritage House, and Rawls County Mutual Insurance.
As many as 50% of people don't take their medication as prescribed. Some never even fill their prescription, even if they don't feel well. Missing or not taking medication can be deadly. For questions about medication, your local Health Mart pharmacy is here to help. For fast, friendly service and affordable prices every day, visit your local Health Mart pharmacy, Bowling Green Pharmacy, located right on the square at 8 North Court in Bowling Green.
Show off your school pride today with the Bulldog debit card from Bank of Louisiana. Every time you use your Bulldog debit card, Bank of Louisiana will make a donation to the Louisiana School District. Stop by the bank today and get your new Bulldog debit card so you can start supporting the teachers and students with every swipe. The Bulldog debit card from Bank of Louisiana. Member FDIC.
This is Tracy Brookshire with the Pike County Health Department. With community transmission cases increasing in Pike County, it's becoming more difficult for healthcare providers to contact positive cases the same day these results are received. The state of Missouri has mandated that we prioritize first the investigations for school exposures, individuals 65 years and older, and cases associated with long-term care facilities. Those that do not fall into those categories will likely experience a delay in initial contact. Therefore, we have made some changes with our calling procedures to help streamline and make our calls more efficient. It is critical that if you have received a positive result or know you have been exposed to someone with COVID-19, you need to begin a 14-day quarantine starting from when your symptoms began or the last day of exposure to the positive case. Your patience awaiting your initial call from our office is very much appreciated. Visit our dedicated COVID page on our website, PikeCountyHealth.org, for more information.
Hear all the action from the Eagle 102 broadcast booth, sponsored by Family Drug in Louisiana.
It's time now for the Eagle 102 pregame show, sponsored by Bowling Green Pharmacy.
Well, the third place game, Bowling Green and North Callaway. Both of these teams coming off tough losses in the semifinals of the championship bracket. Bowling Green was with Winfield down to the end and finally fell 54-47, while North Callaway actually led Clopton by 13 late in that game, and the Hawks came back and nipped them at the end by the score of 55-54. In the first round, Bowling Green upset Louisiana 62-38, so they're the 5 seed. North Callaway, the 3 seed. They defeated Van Far in the first round 64-48. And Brennan, glad to have you up in Pike County again and broadcasting with me. You haven't seen either one of these teams, but in the past is all you've seen them. And but it's the Bowling Green tournament, so good things should happen.
Yes, sir, you're absolutely right. One of my favorite venues for high school basketball in the state of Missouri, and as you know, Saturdays at the Bowling Green tournament are sure to entertain and usually bring close games. So we'll look at these two teams coming off of facing some adversity, coming off 2 close losses, and obviously you want to give yourself an opportunity at that big trophy, but certainly the Bowling Green Bobcats will be very well motivated to take home some hardware in their own tournament, and I'm sure the North Callaway Thunderbirds are looking to spoil the party, so we should have an entertaining one on our hands here in the third place battle.
If you were unable to join us last night, the trophies were awarded in the girls' side of the bracket. And the Van Far Indians took home the consolation trophy with a 54-37 win over North Callaway. Silex Owls won the third place trophy, 37-23 over Bowling Green. And in the championship game, Clopton really took it to Ellsbury. They had a 28-point lead at one point in that game and ended up winning 61-42. Also in that game, Kerrigan Lockard scored her 1,000th point of her career, so congratulations to her for that as well. So an entertaining night on Friday night. The first game here, Louisiana stretched it out on Ellsbury and actually was up by, about 22 or so at one point in that game. And Ellsbury, scrappy bunch, kept fighting and got it back down to the final score of 65-42. Let's take a break and we'll come back with keys to the game here from the 96th Annual Bowling Green Invitational Tournament on Eagle 102.
Every game, every night of this year's Bowling Green Invitational Tournament. Brought to you by Woods Smoked Meats, Mike's Tire and Service Center, the Mercantile Bank, County Market in Vandalia, and McDinger's.
Daily life is a bit different right now than what we're used to. Some are feeling the effects more than others, but let's remember that this too shall pass and try to find ways to keep positive, help others in need, continue to support our businesses as best we can, but also take this time of distancing and shutdowns to self-reflect and improve. Spend quality time with family, exercise, pray, tackle a home improvement project, even if it's just a power cleaning inside and out, but do something that helps you feel empowered and moving forward. Vicki Cadwalder Real Estate, praying for good to come out of trials.
Bowling Green Insurance is here to serve all your insurance needs. Bowling Green Insurance offers companies to cover your farm, home, auto, and crop needs. Give Bowling Green Insurance a call today to get a quote. 573-324-CROP.
As many as 50% of people don't take their medication as prescribed. Some never even fill their prescription, even if they don't feel well. Missing or not taking medication can be deadly. For questions about medication, your local Health Mart pharmacy is here to help. For fast, friendly service and affordable prices every day, visit your local Health Mart pharmacy, Bowling Green Pharmacy, located right on the square at 8 North Court in Bowling Green.
Time now for the Eagle 102 Keys to the Game on KJFM, sponsored by Vicki Cadwalader Real Estate in Louisiana.
Welcome back to the Bowling Green Pharmacy pregame show. About 8:30 before the starting lineups here as the host Bowling Green Bobcats square off against North Callaway, the Thunderbirds, in this third place game. Bowling Green has, as we've talked all week, a little tournament magic usually, and they upset Louisiana in the first round. And like I said earlier, had Winfield on the ropes, but Winfield regrouped and was able to come away with the win. So we'll see if Bowling Green has a little bit of a letdown in this game as they come off of that loss. I know the girls last night for Bowling Green, same thing. They won their opening round game and then got beat in the semis, and then they didn't play up to speed last night in the third place game. So we'll see if the boys can work their way over that tonight.
You're absolutely right. And from the research I've conducted on Bowling Green, as you said, I haven't seen these guys play live yet. But from what I'm hearing and what I've read, they're very athletic up top. They've got some good ball handling, so it's going to be. But they can struggle from the outside shooting-wise from the numbers we see. So it's going to be a key for them to be able to penetrate and get the quality shots they want from the mid-range and at the basket. And at the same time, they're going to have to rebound the ball and control the pace of play. It doesn't look from the warm-ups that there's a sizable height advantage one way or the other, but I would say that North Callaway probably looks like a little bit of the taller team, so they're going to have to make sure they box out on both ends of the floor and can control their possession game and then just take care of the basketball and get the shots that they want.
Bowling Green very athletic, and they've really stepped it up on the defensive end the last 3 or 4 games, and that's really kind of turned their season around for them a little bit. North Callaway, on the other hand, they've got a couple of really good players that Bowling Green's going to have to keep an eye on.
You're absolutely right. Guard out top, number 2, Cody Cash. I actually remember coming to this tournament a few years ago. Cody Cash was playing as a youngster on the team and had an older brother on the roster as well, and was the smallest player on the court. And now he hasn't grown much, but he's certainly grown as a player and can put the ball through the twine, as they say. So Bowling Green will have to try and stop him as much as they can. Number 12 for the Thunderbirds today, Sam Peasel, has a smooth stroke from the outside. We've watched him in warm-ups, and he's had a little bit of a scoring flurry in this tournament as well. So he's got the ability to get up and get the ball through the hole. So Bowling Green going to have to keep an eye on those 2 guards out top for North Callaway and see if they can keep them at bay defensively throughout the afternoon.
Both these teams like to go up and down, so we expect a pretty quick pace in this ball game, and it should be entertaining as well. Don't forget, we'll have the championship game immediately following this game. Well, I say immediately. It'll be at 6 o'clock is when it will start because we're in COVID protocols here. They'll clear the gym out after this game and then let the fans for the championship game come in and find their seats. And if you're at home, KJFMradio.com, you can watch us online. You can listen to us online. You can listen to us on your smartphone. You can turn on your Alexa. We're Alexa enabled now. And so if you've got one of those devices, you can listen to us on there as well. So pretty much if you've got something electronic, you can find these next 2 games to either listen to or watch. That's going to do it for the Bowling Green Pharmacy pregame show. We'll be back with the starting lineups and your opening tip after this.
96th Annual Bowling Green Invitational Tournament action on Eagle 102. Brought to you by Pike County Memorial Hospital, Elisha Koenig, RE/MAX Realty Agent, Midwest Heating and Cooling, Spring Valley Accounting, and Advanced Eye Care.
This is Kyle Schroeder, Assistant Vice President at Community State Bank of Missouri. We offer a variety of loans to meet your needs. Whether you're looking for a conventional loan or a HELOC or an FHA, VA, or USDA loan, give us a call. We have some of the best rates around. Community State Bank of Missouri, your hometown community bank since 1887, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Bowling Green Tractor wants to change the way you think about yard work with their Ego 56-volt ARC lithium battery-powered lawnmowers, weed eaters, blowers, trimmers, and chainsaws. At Bowling Green Tractor, you can walk in and see for yourself just how easy these products are to handle. Bowling Green Tractor, your home for Ego. Power beyond belief.
Is it time to renew, redo, or rebuild? I'm Christine Rutherford, and we have loans designed specifically for repairs and renovations, along with home equity lines of credit. People's Bank and Trust, member FDIC, equal housing lender, MLO number 421603, NMLS number 407724.
As many as 50% of people don't take their medication as prescribed. Some never even fill their prescription, even if they don't feel well. Missing or not taking medication can be deadly. For questions about medication, your local Health Mart pharmacy is here to help. For fast, friendly service and affordable prices every day, visit your local Health Mart pharmacy, Bowling Green Pharmacy, located right on the square at 8 North Court in Bowling Green.
The Eagle 102 starting lineups on KJFM are sponsored by Community State Bank of Missouri in Bowling Green and Troy.
Well, there's always something fun that goes on at these tournaments. If you remember, if you were with us in the championship night at Clopton, the Louisiana Bulldogs, they had to go into the locker room and change their jerseys. Well, the Bowling Green Bobcats come out with their black jerseys on. Well, they're the home team on the bracket, and so they need to be in whites. Marianne's just informed me that they did not have their white uniforms, so they have old white jerseys on, and their numbers are all going to be different from what we have become accustomed to and what's in the program. So we'll have a little fun with that. Fortunately, we've carried enough Bowling Green games. We kind of know who the kids are these days, but we'll get the numbers straightened out. I got Marianne, my math wizard. She'll get this number thing all figured out.
Yeah, Marianne's going to be Brendan's hero here because that would have completely had me out in the air.
So, sometimes that kind of stuff can get you a little unnerved before a game, and we'll see if Bowling Green has any problems just getting refocused here, and it's going to be interesting to see what old jerseys they have. I have to admit, though, tell a quick story. We've got about 2 minutes before the starting lineups. When I grew up in Ellsbury and we came to the first round of the Bowling Green tournament, and I got here and did not have a jersey. Happened to know Coach Tom Barr, who's the coach for Bowling Green, and so I ran in. They had just got through practicing, and so I ran into the locker room and asked Coach Barr if I could borrow a white jersey before our coach found out I didn't have one. So he gave me a white jersey, and I played the first round game with Bobcats across my chest. So it's not terribly uncommon to not have the right jerseys or the right shoes or whatever the case may be. Glad to have you with us. Third place game is about to get underway. We'll see. I don't know if they're going to do the national anthem in this game or, we'll just have to wait and see what they're going to do here. If you watched the Mizzou game this afternoon, they came from 11 down with 3 minutes to go to force overtime and ended up defeating TCU 102-98. You said 101-98? What was it?
102-98 final.
So a big comeback for the Missouri Tigers in the Big 12 SEC Challenge. As the public address announcer looks like we're going to hold off on the national anthem maybe till the championship game. And as they're announcing a public service announcement about the tickets and the protocols and 2 tickets per player and having to leave and all that fun stuff. We've seen that all year. So we're not going to have the national anthem till the championship game. Starting for the Thunderbirds, they're 9-9 on the season. At guard, a 5'8" senior, number 2, Cody Cash. A 5'11" junior, number 5, Webb Langworthy. A 6-foot freshman, number 12, Sam Peasel. A 5'10" sophomore, number 13, Matthew Weber. And a 6'1" senior, number 25, Noah Scrogum. So it'll be Cash, Langworthy, Peasel, Weber, and Scrogum for head coach Matt Miller and the North Callaway Thunderbirds. And we'll try and pick up the numbers for you. Well, it looks like the numbers are right, Marianne. They must have found the right jersey. Starting for Bowling Green, a 6-foot senior, number 1, Michael Starks. A 5'8" junior, number 10, Owen Niemeyer. A 6-foot junior, number 12, Braden Heidecker. A 6'1" sophomore, number 22, Gunnar Bryant. And a 6'2" sophomore, number 24, Dylan Dalton. Starting for Brandon McCann, the Bobcats are 3-10 on the season. And, one thing you notice is a bunch of young players in the lineup for both teams. So lots of good basketball to come in the future for these 2 clubs. Bowling Green in their home whites, red numbers, black trim. North Callaway in their hunter green jerseys with white numbers and black trim. Looks like Scrogum will jump center, and we'll see who comes out for Bowling Green. I believe Gunnar Bryant usually jumps center for the Cats, and he will do the honors tonight. We're simulcasting this radio and video, so the Bobcats are moving from our right to our left in this first half if you're listening to us, and they control the opening tip. Niemeyer to the right wing, as it looks like North Callaway is going to start out a 2-3 zone. As Brendan mentioned, the challenge for Bowling Green is shooting it from deep, and looks like Matt Miller is going to try and force Bowling Green to do that with a 2-3 zone spreading out. And they get it into Niemeyer in the mid-post area down underneath to Bryant. His shot's up, off the mark, won't go. Loose ball going to be picked up by Scrogum. Into the front court now. Peasel at the point as Bryant came from behind. I don't know, he was tying a shoe or something, but I guess down on the other end. Joined the party a little late on the defensive end. Peasel guarded by Heidecker as Bowling Green in the man-to-man. And first turnover of the game as Cash tries to force it inside, and it's stolen by Heidecker. Back come the Cats. Left wing to Heidecker. They'll work it around the horn. Heidecker gets it back. Left wing to Niemeyer. Down in the short corner to Starks. Starks will put it up from 10. It's off the mark, partially blocked. Loose on the floor, and it looks like Langworthy will corral it and gets it to Cash into the front court. We've played 1:15. Nobody scored yet. 3 ball on the way by Peasel. That's no good. Rebound on the offensive glass is Weber, and he'll score the first basket of the game for either team.
Yeah, that's the old long shot, long rebound out the opposite direction. Nice crashing of the boards by Weber to put it back up and in for the Thunderbirds.
In the paint now, it's knocked away from Starks, and Bowling Green will turn it over. And North Callaway heads the other way. Cash whips it in the corner. 3 ball is swatted away by Starks as Weber had it lined up, but a good defensive play by Michael.
Yeah, Starks, one of those athletic guards for Bowling Green, might have surprised Weber a little bit when Weber thought he had more space than he did, and that gap closed quickly.
Cash will trigger it in right side of the bucket. Throws it high to Peasel. He'll corral it with Heidecker all over him. Out between the circles. Now to Weber. They'll run the weave. We see this a lot with every team. Langworthy to Cash. Cash likes to penetrate, and he's going to travel. Second turnover of the game. And the Cats will get it back. Brandon McCann back after he spent a little time in protocol as well for the Bobcats. Seen a lot of that around the area, for sure. Dalton now head of the key to Heidecker, left wing to Bryant. In the short corner to, or Bryant, I should say, gets it from Starks and can't find the range from point blank. And North Callaway comes to the offensive end. Cash hands it back to Peasel, and he throws it. And Skirgum wasn't watching. Another turnover by North Callaway. Heidecker to the glass, off the rim, no good. Rebound swatted out, and Cash tried to save it, but he was on the sideline. And Bowling Green will get it at about the 28-foot mark with 5:31 to play here in the first. Slow start, Brendan.
Well, Bowling Green early on, they've gotten their opportunities close to the basket, just unable to finish thus far.
North Callaway leads 2-0. Pick and roll. Starks gets it to Niemeyer. Now he'll kick it to Heidecker in the far corner. Heidecker dribbles around the screen, gets it back to Starks. Had an open look, gets it underneath the Dalton. He loses a handle. He'll go up in a crowd off the glass and good.
Very well done. A great way to beat a zone is to get those back screens on that lower line of that 2-3, and that's exactly what occurred, allowing for a little curl right at the outside of the lane.
We're tied at 2 with 5 minutes to play here in the first. Cash will hand it off to Weber. Fakes the handoff to Langworthy. Oh, behind the back dribble to the glass, no good. But he's going to be fouled. That was a sweet move by the sophomore. And Matthew Weber will go to the line and get 2 shots.
Yeah, Weber and Cash out top for the Thunderbirds, already showing their quickness. Going to have to stick with them defensively in that man-to-man for Bowling Green.
First free throw is good. Foul on Bryant, his first. Team's first foul of the game. Weber with the second. Where's lucky number 13? It's off the back of the rim, no good. Niemeyer will track down the rebound on the far side. We're opposite the score table and the benches here, high above at Bowling Green High School. A wonderful facility here. Pick and roll with Starks, but the pass is deflected, and he'll retrieve it in between the circles. Now he gets it in the mid-post area to Heidecker, back to Starks. To Heidecker, down to 4:30. Low scoring first quarter. Bryant in the short corner to Niemeyer, and it's deflected out of bounds on the entry pass. A lot of active hands for North Callaway right now.
Yeah, key to any zone, you got to have your arms extended and cause some blockage in those passing lanes. Not allow easy entry with those passes.
Official fixed the volleyball net cover that popped up. And Bowling Green has it in the front court now, into the post. Starks goes to the glass, up, count the bucket, and the foul. Michael Starks with a nice move on the right block. And he'll go to the line to try and complete the old-fashioned three-point play.
Starks showed a nice presence in there as a guard, was able to catch with his back to the basket and make a little move to clear some space, getting himself right to the bucket.
And he makes the free throw, and it's a 5-3 lead for Bowling Green, their first lead of the game. Back comes North Callaway. The foul was on Scrogum, by the way, his first. Into the paint. They get it inside to Scrogum. Nice catch for him on the block, and he'll put it off the glass. And we're tied at 5. Starks now heads to the front court. I expected him to go up and down in this game. It's been anything but here in the early going. Heidecker at the head of the key. Thinks about letting it go. Now to Starks in the corner to Bryant. He'll shoot it from 16. He's good. Gunnar Bryant with his first bucket of the night. And 7-2. A little full court pressure by Bowling Green this time. No problem. Oh, it is stolen by Bryant. He corrals it. He's got help with Niemeyer. He'll kick it off to Niemeyer. His layup's up and good. Good look that time. Good steal by Bryant. And it's a 9-5 lead for Bowling Green. Fourth turnover of the game on North Callaway. Three-pointer on the way from the left wing. Back of the rim, no good by Weber. He gets his own rebound, puts it up again from 15 this time. It's short. Starks with the rebound. He'll look to push the pace. Here's what we expected. To Heidecker. Now he'll look for the trailer. Nothing doing there, so they'll reset. And turned over. Stolen by Weber. He'll go to the glass. It won't go. Niemeyer with the rebound. He'll push. 3-on-3 break. Euro step to the paint, and off the mark, no good. Lids on the bucket right now from both these teams.
Yeah, just needed to go with the left hand there. He had an opportunity, tried to get it with the right, didn't quite have the angle.
Cash goes to the glass, but he'll be fouled on the way. Little hand check foul. Looks like they'll call that on Heidecker, I believe. His first. Marcus Starks in. Heidecker will take a seat. Couple subs for North Callaway as well. Trenton Jones in, along with Braden O'Neill for North Callaway. O'Neill throws it in, and he doesn't get it in 5 seconds. And the 5th turnover will give it back to the Cats. They lead 9-5.
That's going to frustrate Matt Miller. It looks like they didn't get set before the official handed the ball, so 2 or 3 seconds of that passing clock had run off before Callaway got set.
Still in the 2-3 zone are the Thunderbirds. Starks has it now. That's Marcus. We'll have to differentiate between the two. Michael has it now over in front of the Callaway bench to Niemeyer. Niemeyer into Starks. He'll shoot a turnaround shot. It's blocked by Jones, but Starks gets it back. He's pressured at the center court stripe, right wing to Niemeyer. Skip pass across to Marcus. He catches it after his tip. Now they'll reset, and Coach McCann says we need to figure this out. 9-5, Bowling Green leads it. There's a timeout on the floor, 2:09 to play in the first. You're listening to the Bowling Green Invitational on Eagle 102.
Area high school basketball from the 96th Annual Bowling Green Invitational Tournament. Brought to you by Bolin Chevrolet, Community State Bank of Missouri, Shelter Insurance Agent Tim Jenkins, and La Crosse Lumber Company.
Cellular and Satellite Center is the only stop you need to make when it comes to satellite providers, offering DirecTV and Dish Network along with antenna installs. Now a special message from Matthew Niemeyer himself.
If you call an 800 number and they say we will be the local installer, they are wrong.
Contact Matthew at Cellular and Satellite Center in Bowling Green, your local authorized dealer.
Area High School Sports on Eagle 102 is brought to you by Community State Bank of Missouri, Family Drug, and Pike County Health Department, Home Health and Hospice.
Out of the timeout, Bowling Green has the ball in the front court. Working it around the horn against this 2-3 zone. Marcus to Niemeyer on the left wing. Skip pass over to Dalton, to Bryant on the short corner. Up off the glass and good. Gunnar Bryant likes that spot. He's got 4, and the lead grows to 6 at 11-5. Down to 1:45 to play here in the first. Cash into the front court against the man-to-man defense. Pick and roll, he gets it into Scrogum. He'll kick it back out to Weber, to Cash. Cash crossover pull up from 16 and off the mark, no good. Dalton with the rebound for the Cats. He'll get it to Niemeyer into the front court. He'll get it down inside to Bryant. His shot's blocked, but there's a foul. And I believe it will go on Weber. His first. And to the charity stripe for the first time.
Really well done there by Owen Niemeyer, the junior, leading the break. Had his head up the whole time, knew exactly where Gunnar Bryant was and was able to find him and tickle the twine with his first free throw.
And that he does. He'll get a second. He leads all scorers with 5 right now. Bowling Green up 12-5 with 1:23 to play here in the first quarter. Bryant with the second. It's on is good as well. The lead grows to 8 at 13-5.
Interesting crossover dribble before the free throw.
Yeah, we talked about that all week. He doesn't dribble straight up and down like most, but it works for him as he made them both. Scrogum now has it, gets it to O'Neill. He'll drive right baseline, but it's swatted from behind by Starks. That's Marcus and goes out of bounds. And North Callaway will have it underneath their own hoop. Back into the game, Peasled and Langworthy. Scrogum and O'Neill will take a seat.
Bowling Green's done a nice job in this first quarter in this man-to-man defense. North Callaway been a little bit stagnant. They need some ball movement and player movement.
Ooh, and a foul called on the inbound. Stark swatted it away, but I think he had a hand in the middle of the back of Weber that time. Whistled for the foul. That'll be Stark's first. And North Callaway will have it underneath their own basket. 104, 13-5, Bowling Green on top. We're in the first. Cash looks, gets it in the corner to Weber. Back to Cash. Guarded by Niemeyer. Nice head fake, gets into the paint down below to Langworthy. It's swatted away by Bryant and out of bounds. Now you see about the athleticism we talked about, Brendan. They're all about the same size in the 6'8" range, and they can all jump.
Well, clearly they've surprised a couple of North Callaway shooters already, thinking they had more room than they really had available.
Peasel on the inbounds, gets it off to Langworthy, back to Cash. He'll pull up from 3 head of the key. That's off the mark long, no good. Dalton with the rebound for Bowling Green. Dalton, the tallest player on the floor for Bowling Green right now, about 6'2", maybe 6'3". He has it in the far corner, holds it above his head. North Callaway still in a 2-3 zone, down to 30 seconds to play in the first. Michael gets it in the post, but it's swatted away. Another turnover, just the third, though, on Bowling Green. Weber now into the front court for North Callaway, gets it inside. Shots up and good by Trenton Jones. Good look that time by Weber, and it's 13-7. Bowling Green has 10 seconds to get a good shot here in the final seconds of the quarter. Dalton to Niemeyer, down to 6. Penetrates in, dribbles it off his knee. Down to 2, down to 1, and Weber's going to shoot it at the buzzer. It's short, and that'll do it for the first quarter action. Your score, the Bowling Green Bobcats 13, North Callaway Thunderbirds 7. You listen to the 96th Annual Bowling Green Invitational on Eagle 102.
Every game, every night of this year's Bowling Green Invitational Tournament. Brought to you by All Parts, Bowling Green Lumber, Sun Window Company, Abel's Quick Shops, and Pike County Title Company.
When you support a locally owned pharmacy, you're contributing to the growth of the community. The dollars you spend stay right here to support our local community. Health Mart pharmacies are locally owned pharmacies. There's one right here. Health Mart pharmacists have a personal commitment to their communities because, just like you, they support their community. Health Mart pharmacies are locally owned and hometown proud.
Louisiana is a Health Mart town. Family Drug Health Mart Pharmacy. The right people, the right price, right downtown. Health Mart, caring for you and about you.
Hey, this is Ryan with Mid-America Auto and Towing in Bowling Green, and we've got the lot looking good and ready to go. We've got something for everybody's budget. We have a constant rotation of new inventory, including cars, trucks, and SUVs. So if you're out and you're looking for a new car, come by and see me. Mid-America Auto and Towing, just off Highway 54 in Bowling Green, is a one-stop shop. Like us on Facebook or check out our website, midamericaautoandtowing.com.
Bringing you all the action from the Eagle 102 broadcast booth, sponsored by Family Drug in Louisiana.
13-7, Bowling Green leads it. North Callaway has it to start the second quarter. Cash has it. He'll lob it on the backdoor lob, and it's batted away by the defense of Bowling Green. Turnover on North Callaway. Starks, that's Marcus, gets it into Niemeyer. He loses the handle, stolen by Weber. He'll head the other way for the Thunderbirds. His layup's up, no good, off the front of the rim. Now Bowling Green on a 2-on-2 break. Michael with Gunner, and he goes up with the left hand and scores.
Very nice contested finish. That was not easy. I thought Gunner did a good job splitting the other side of the lane.
15-7, matches the biggest lead of the night. Cash in the corner to Peasel. Back to Langworthy. He'll shoot the 3, front of him, off the mark. Bryant with the rebound for Bowling Green. He'll hand it off to Michael Starks across the timeline for the Cats. Left wing to Marcus, gives it right back to Michael. He'll go to the glass, up on it, glass, and good. Count the bucket and the foul. Nice give and go there.
And that's where the opening is in this 2-3 zone right now. We've seen several entry passes in this first half with relative easy access, getting the ball in the middle with Michael Starks cutting in from the opposite side and giving himself opportunities.
Foul on Langworthy. Coach Matt Miller wants a timeout. 17-7, Cats lead it. You're listening to the 96th Annual Bowling Green Invitational on Eagle 102.
96th Annual Bowling Green Invitational Tournament action on Eagle 102. Brought to you by McMailer & Sons Backhoe and Excavator, B&B Automotive, Center Locker Service, Nutrient Ag Solutions, and Orff Construction.
I'm Tylen Mills, the CEO of Pike County Memorial Hospital. You've heard it from your friends, family, and even neighbors. They choose Pike County Memorial Hospital. Quality care from quality people. Pike County Memorial Hospital.
High school sports on KJFM is brought to you by Pike County Mutual Insurance, Brown's Processing, and Bank of Louisiana.
Some of our sponsors for this week's tournament: Davis Ready Mix, Engelmeyer Realty, Meyer Implement, Martin General Contractors, PJ Salon, Calvert's General Insurance, Betty Davis Insurance, Eisenbeth Auto, and Harry's of St. Clement. We thank all the sponsors for allowing us to bring 20 games to you this week. This is game number 19, or 21 games, I should say, this week. This is game number 20. We lost a game in the girls' bracket due to the weather, I believe, as Winfield girls couldn't make it. for their consolation semifinal. Out of the timeout, Stark's free throw hits a little bit of everything on the rim and drops. And the lead grows to 11 for Bowling Green with 7 minutes to play here in the half. Cash in no hurry as he saunters up the court with Niemeyer just kind of pacing with him. Now into the front court to Weber. Weber as they run this weave. Langworthy in the far corner now. Pulls up, the defense collapses on him. He'll get it to Cash. Cash has been quiet, hasn't scored yet tonight. He's on the dribble with Niemeyer, backs him down to the block and scores.
Right on cue.
First bucket of the night for Cash, and it's 18-9. Back come the Bobcats. Short corner to Bryant, left side. He'll go up and under reverse. It's partially blocked by Peasel, and North Callaway comes out of the pack with the ball up quickly ahead to Scrogum. He'll put it on the floor on the glass, up and good. Noah Scrogum with his first bucket of the second quarter. He's got 4, and it's 18-11. Forget we'll have the championship game at 6. In the short corner, Bryant can't get it to go. Gets his own rebound. Putbacks off the mark as well, and they're going to say it's out of bounds off of Starks.
You like to see the activity, though, from Bryant. He's back and forth, working both sides of the court in that short corner, making himself available to those guards out top. And if you can get an entry point down in the short corner area against a 2-3, there's a lot of different things that open up from that. So that the middle of the zone and the short corner zone are 2 key areas that you want to attack as an offense.
Charlie Bowen in for Bowling Green. Dalton takes a seat. Cash as they run the weave again to Langworthy. Back to Cash. He'll run it into the paint. A running sideway runner with the one hand goes down from about 12 feet. And he's got 4 after we talked about him not scoring.
Well, he's got the lid off now at Bowling Green. You don't want to let him get rolling.
That's for sure. Niemeyer kicks it in the corner to Starks. He'll shoot the 3 off the back of the rim. No good. And then Starks is going to be whistled for the rebounding foul, and that'll be 2 on Michael.
Yeah, and Coach McCann will shake his head at that one. You encourage a shooter to follow their shot, but I don't think Michael had much of an opportunity there, as the Thunderbird had him pretty well blocked out, and just a silly foul when you're that far away from an opportunity.
Braden Heidecker will come in for Michael with 5:14 to play here in the half. Cash dribbles against Marcus Starks as they run the weave. Weber goes to the glass, and he's going to be fouled. Fell awkwardly on the floor. They're going to call that a shooting foul? Or was it on the drive? Looks like that's going to be Heidecker. That'll be his second as well. On the floor, so North Callaway underneath their own hoop, right side of the paint. Cash gets it into Scrogum on the left block, and he'll score. Found a little space in there. And it's down to a 3-point lead after being down by 11. North Callaway scratching their way back into this thing. Marcus into the paint. Kicks it inside. It's deflected out to Niemeyer. He'll catch it. Bowen throws it away. Stolen by Cash. 5th turnover of the game. Cash pulls up from 15. Left wing good. Pretty shot there, and it's an 18-17 game. Coach McCann says we need to put a stop to this. 4:41 to play in the half. This is the Bowling Green Invitational on Eagle 102.
Every game, every night of this year's Bowling Green Invitational Tournament, brought to you by Louisiana Auto Sales and Rentals, A Taste of Philly, Airco Convenience Centers, Magruder Limestone Company, and One Multi-Sports Complex.
Bundle at Pike County Mutual Insurance and save. Ask about the great rates on your personal vehicle, farm trucks, big or small, or even your motorcycle and side-by-sides. Stop by and see myself, Ford Buchanan, Buddy Bibb, or Kathy Gam at your hometown insurance company since 1895. Pike County Mutual Insurance on the Bowling Green.
Eagle 102 Sports on KJFM is brought to you by People's Bank and Trust, County Market in Louisiana, and Bowling Green Insurance.
18-17, Bowling Green on top. They've given up 10 of that 11-point lead. They have the ball after the timeout. Starks right wing to Niemeyer. Niemeyer skips it to this side to Bowen. He makes a tough catch, gets it to Bryant in the paint now to Heidecker. His 10-footer's good.
That was beautiful ball movement there by the Bowling Green Bobcats. It was like pinball wizard around the horn and into the corner, right into the middle for a great opportunity close to the basket.
To use Mark Froenick's hockey vernacular, stick-to-stick passing, right?
Yes, sir.
Tic-tac-toe, they call that. Cash on the dribble now. He'll fake the handoff, pulls up from 10 on the baseline. It hits nothing. Heidecker with the rebound to Niemeyer. Niemeyer into the front court. Gets into the paint. Nobody stops him. He drops it underneath the Bryant. He can't find the handle. Stolen away by Peasel. He'll head the other way for the Thunderbirds. Now slams on the brakes just into the front court. Right wing to Langworthy. He'll penetrate in, kicks it back to Weber. He'll shoot the three. It's blocked by Heidecker. It's loose on the floor, saved in by North Callaway, and Peasel will have it. Swatted away from him is a lot of active hands this now for Bowling Green on the defensive end. Cash has it back. He'll penetrate into the paint. He'll throw it high off the glass. No good, but there will be a whistle and a foul. And that was going to be on Bryant, I believe. So he'll pick up 16 fouls, 2 on Starks, 2 on Heidecker, and 2 on Bryant. And to the charity stripe will go Cody Cash, where he'll get 2 shots. Other sponsors for tonight's game and for the tournament: Marla Reed Insurance, Prairie's Edge Garden Center, Courtney Photography, Scotty's Market in Eolia, and His and Hers Antiques, also in Eolia. Second free throw is good. Did he miss the first? I think he did, didn't he? Or did he make them both?
He made them both.
Made them both. I was looking at the printout here. So 20-19 our score. Bowling Green still on top by 1. 3:19 to play in the half. Dalton back in for Bowling Green to Bowen. Head of the key, left side to Marcus. He'll shoot the three. It's online. It's good. Marcus Starks with the first made three-pointer of the game by either club. And it's 23-19. Cash goes to the paint, flips it behind the back out to O'Neal. He'll drive baseline, gets it back to Cash. He'll pull up from 10. No good. Niemeyer with the rebound for the Bobcats. Up quickly, right wing to Bowen. He tips it in to Dalton, slashes to the paint. His layup's up and good. Ooh, more stick-to-stick passing, right? That was pretty as well.
And that's the second time Niemeyer's led a break very well, found his options, kept it keeping his head up, and found the right man.
Lead back to 6 at 25-19. Scroggum left wing to O'Neal now for the Thunderbirds. To Langworthy, may have got away with a travel. And he tries to force it inside. It's going to be deflected out of bounds by Starks. And the Thunderbirds will have it right at the three-point line on the baseline with 2:26 to play here in the half. O'Neal to throw it in. Bowling Green still in the man-to-man. Gets it into Peasel. He'll get it back to O'Neal. Scroggum, his shot's up and good. Good passing by the Thunderbirds that time. 25-21. Niemeyer to Heidecker. Left wing now to Bowen. Bowen, skip pass over to Marcus Starks. Only Starks in the game right now. To Niemeyer. Still a 2-3 zone. We've seen that all night by the Thunderbirds.
But as we talked about in the open, Bowling Green's done a great job of being selective with their shots.
Bowen shoots a three. It's off the mark. Rebound to Peasel. Up to O'Neal. O'Neal looking for some help. And here it comes. It's Cash. He's going to ball fake. Goes into the glass. Kicks it out to Peasel. He'll shoot the three right wing. No good. Dalton high for the rebound. Cash all over him. And he throws a few elbows to get him away from him. No contact though. No harm, no foul, right? Niemeyer in the short corner. Skips it to Heidecker on this side at the wing. Back to the head of the key with 1:30 as Coach McCann hollers out a new play. For Starks, left wing to Heidecker. He's open for the three. In front of the rim, no good. Langworthy with the rebound for North Callaway. To Cash. Cash up the far sideline into the paint now. Skips it out to O'Neal. He'll shoot the three. It's short, no good. Dalton with another defensive rebound. To Niemeyer, and he'll slow things down now and set the offense. Left side to Heidecker. Down to a minute to play in the half. Heidecker in the post to Bowen. Right in the middle of the paint. Kicks it back out to Heidecker. Head of the key, Starks, right wing to Niemeyer. Niemeyer into the elbow to Dalton, short corner to Bowen. He'll shoot it from 10, good. Charlie Bowen with his first bucket of the game. And it's back to a 6-point lead, 27-21. 40 seconds to play in the half. North Callaway led by 2 early and haven't led since. Biggest lead of the game, 11 for the Bobcats. It looks like North Callaway is going to slow things down and play for the final shot. Now, every time we say this during the week, they always shoot with like 8 seconds to go. We'll see what happens here. And they're going to call a timeout and set up the final play. 27-21, Bobcats lead it. And this is the 96th Annual Bowling Green Invitational on Eagle 102.
96th Annual Bowling Green Invitational Tournament action on Eagle 102. Brought to you by Pogue Ford, Northeast Missouri Title Company, People's Savings Bank in Bowling Green, CarQuest Auto Parts, and Spare Time Bowl and Grill.
The Mercantile Bank of Louisiana is introducing Merc BK Mobile with the ability to take a picture of your check and deposit it into your Mercantile Bank account. You'll never have to worry about getting to the bank. Find more information by visiting mercbk.com. The Mercantile Bank, located on the corner of 3rd and Georgia Streets in downtown Louisiana. Member FDIC.
Area High School Sports on Eagle 102 is brought to you by Cellular and Satellite Center, the Mercantile Bank and Bowling Green Tractor.
27-21 our score. Bowling Green leads it. We're under a minute to play here in the first half as Coach Matt Miller uses a timeout to set up the final play for the Thunderbirds.
Well, I'd imagine it'll be Cody Cash that'll be handling the ball primarily here in the closing ticks of this first half. Typically, coaches will go with some sort of ball screen with a shooter out on the wing or in a corner to where you can hopefully have to force some help and either open up a shooter or get yourself a wide open layup. We'll see what they go with.
Cash has it, as you predicted, guarded by Marcus Starks. Bowling Green in a man. North Callaway spreads it out. Scrogum in the left elbow, hands it back to Weber. His three's good. First three of the night for North Callaway. Now a half-court shot at the buzzer. Goes all the way over the backboard by Marcus Starks. And that'll do it for the first half. It was a good first half for both clubs. They go to the locker room with the Bowling Bobcats up 27-24 over North Callaway. The halftime show's next on Eagle 102.
The Eagle 102 halftime report is coming up. Brought to you by Cellular and Satellite Center in Bowling Green.
Cellular and Satellite Center is the only stop you need to make when it comes to satellite providers, offering DirecTV and Dish Network along with antenna installs. Wait, there's more. They also offer several options for internet service with Viasat, HughesNet, and AT&T. Hold on, there's still more. They can also do security system installations, have TVs in stocks, mounts, and cables. Now a special message from Matthew Niemeyer himself.
If you call an 800 number and they say we will be the local installer, they are wrong.
Contact Matthew at Cellular and Satellite Center in Bowling Green, your local authorized dealer.
Ingram Plumbing has always been known for its outstanding plumbing service. But did you know that Ingram's is also the largest retail plumbing supply store in the area? We carry Delta faucets, a complete line of Whirlpool tubs and showers, jacuzzi pumps, and many other specialty items. Stop by Ingram Plumbing today, Highway 61, Bowling Green.
Daily life is a bit different right now than what we're used to, but let's remember that this too shall pass and try to find ways to keep positive, help others in need, spend quality time with family, exercise, pray, do something that helps you feel empowered and moving forward. Vicki Cadwalder, Real Estate, praying for good to come out of trials.
Hear all the action from the Eagle 102 broadcast booth, sponsored by Family Drug in Louisiana.
It's now time for the Eagle 102 halftime report on KJFM, sponsored by Cellular and Satellite Center in Bowling Green.
Welcome back to Bowling Green High School as the pep squad's going to turn the lights out of the dance team, I should say, and do something with some glow-in-the-dark stuff. So a good first half, Brendan, as the Bobcats jumped out to a big lead. North Callaway fought back, and we've got a game on our hands.
Yeah, very well played, cleanly played on both sides. Not a lot of fouling or free throw shooting being done. There was strong game flow both ways. North Callaway remaining in that 2-3 for the duration of the first half. You know Bowling Green's going to be very well coached for McCann. I thought they did a very nice job attacking the weaknesses of that zone, getting the ball into the short corner and mid-paint area to give themselves opportunities close to the basket. We talked about their inability at times to shoot from the outside. They didn't take many outside shots. I believe they took 3 threes in that first half, made one of them. So you'll take 33% all day long against a 2-3 zone when your team's more of an athletic and penetratingly gifted. On the defensive end, especially in the first quarter, Bowling Green stayed on that in that man-to-man and made it very difficult on North Callaway, only allowing 5 to 7 first quarter points, 5 or 7, I believe. As we got into the second quarter, Cody Cash was able to get things going, became a little bit more aggressive on the offensive end, and the scoring tightened up. So Bowling Green's going to have to make sure that they can keep him at bay and not allow him to get into the penetratable spots, because really the entire offense of North Callaway runs through him and creating opportunities for others.
Let's take a break. The halftime show, I'll be back to run down the scoring in the first half for you after this on Eagle 102.
Area high school basketball from the 96th Annual Bowling Green Invitational Tournament. Brought to you by McCoy Blossom Funeral Homes and Crematory, Bowling Green Ready Mix and Kearns Construction, Eastern Missouri Commission Company, Bouquet Florist and Gift Shop, and Jesse Owens Heating and Air.
Cellular and Satellite Center is the only stop you need to make when it comes to satellite providers, offering DirecTV and Dish Network along with antenna installs. Wait, there's more. They also offer several options for internet service with Viasat, HughesNet, and AT&T. Hold on, there's still more. They can also do security system installations, have TVs in stocks, mounts, and cables. Now, a special message from Matthew Niemeyer himself.
If you call an 800 number and they say we will be the local installer, they are wrong.
Contact Matthew at Cellular and Satellite Center in Bowling Green, your local authorized dealer.
Farmers, the crew at Mike's Tire and Service Center is here to serve you. They know the hours you put in, which makes it difficult to get that equipment in for service. Therefore, they offer on-the-farm tire repair. Hi folks, my name is Cody Kirkendall, Mike's Tire and Service Center, located on Business Highway 61 in Bowling Green.
Community State Bank of Missouri in Bowling Green and Troy, where the #1 priority is the customer and adding new services to help simplify your life and building a strong, high-performance financial services organization. Community State Bank in Bowling Green and Troy, your community bank since 1887, member FDIC.
As many as 50% of people don't take their medication as prescribed. Missing or not taking medication can be deadly. For questions about medication, visit your local Health Mart pharmacy, Bowling Green Pharmacy, located right on the square at 8 North Court in Bowling Green.
High school sports on KJFM is brought to you by Vicky Cadwallader Real Estate and Perkins Electrical Service.
Welcome back to the third place game here at Bowling Green High School, the 96th annual Bowling Green Invitational Tournament. Bowling Green led 13-7 at the end of the first quarter. North Callaway outscored them 17-14 in the second, but Bowling Green still on top by 3, 27-24 here at half. Let's take a look at the scores for you in that first half. First for the Thunderbirds. They had 2 players with 8, Cody Cash and Noah Scrogum. Matthew Weber with 6, and Trenton Jones with 2. They were 3 for 4 from the free throw line, just turned it over 6 times in that first half. For Bowling Green, a lot of guys in the scoring column, led by Michael Starks with 8, Gunnar Bryant with 6, 4 for Dylan Dalton, and 3 for Marcus Starks, 2 each for Charlie Bowen, Braden Heidecker, and Owen Niemeyer. The Bobcats 4 for 4 from the free throw line. They turned it over 6 times as well. North Callaway led by 2 early, and then Bowling Green got out to an 11-point lead, and North Callaway has fought back here to get it down to 3. So the statistics close, the score's close, kind of what we expected.
You're absolutely right. A very cleanly played first half, as we mentioned at the outset of the break. Now, as you go into the second half, what do you think some of the keys are here for Bowling Green, both on the defensive end and that man-to-man and attacking this zone should Callaway remain in it?
Well, the main thing Bowling Green needs to do is make close shots. They had a bunch of shots, I think some people referred to them as bunnies, right underneath, and we're unable to convert those. If they'd have made 50% of those shots, they'd be up by 10 probably, because they had a bunch of them inside. On defensively, they just got to, as I told you, Cody Cash is the straw that stirs the drink. He'll penetrate and kick, and they've just got to kind of control him. And if they can do that, they'll see the third place trophies stay here at Bowling Green High School.
Well, and a player that Bowling Green did a great job at defensively. We opened in talking about North Callaway's Sam Peasel and the ability he has to shoot from the outside. He's been held quiet and
quiet as in no points.
As in no points. He's had some opportunities, a couple open looks, unable to get them to go. So we'll see if he can get things going in this second half to cause Bowling Green any more defensive trouble. But yeah, we're in a 3-point ball game here, so it's truly going to come down to who can execute the best in the second half of this game.
And both teams have been good from the free throw line, and usually in close games that becomes a factor as well. That's going to do it for the halftime show. We'll be back with the second half after this on Eagle 102.
Every game, every night of this year's Bowling Green Invitational Tournament. Brought to you by Calumet of Missouri, Calvin's Restaurant, Ann Lane Boutique, Shelter Insurance, Frank Wallace, Agent, and MASH.
Cellular and Satellite Center is the only stop you need to make when it comes to satellite providers, offering DirecTV and Dish Network along with antenna installs. Wait, there's more. They also offer several options for internet service with Viasat, HughesNet, and AT&T. Hold on, there's still more. They can also do security system installations, have TVs in stocks, mounts, and cables. Now, a special message from Matthew Niemeyer himself.
If you call an 800 number and they say we will be the local installer, they are wrong.
Contact Matthew at Sailor and Satellite Center in Bowling Green, your local authorized dealer.
This is Tracy Brookshire with the Pike County Health Department. With community transmission cases increasing in Pike County, it's becoming more difficult for healthcare providers to contact positive cases the same day these results are received. The state of Missouri has mandated that we prioritize first the investigations for school exposures, individuals 65 years and older, and cases associated with long-term care facilities. Those that do not fall into those categories will likely experience a delay in initial contact. Therefore, we have made some changes with our calling procedures to help streamline and make our calls more efficient. It is critical that if you have received a positive result or know you have been exposed to someone with COVID-19, you need to begin a 14-day quarantine starting from when your symptoms began or the last day of exposure to the positive case. Your patience awaiting your initial call from our office is very much appreciated. Visit our dedicated COVID page on our website, pikecountyhealth.org, for more information.
Need a little good news in your life? State Farm has new, lower car insurance rates in Missouri, so you can now get the service and convenience of State Farm agent Cindy Blaylock at an even better price. Call me today at 573-754-5575. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Area High School Sports on Eagle 102 is brought to you by State Farm Insurance, Cindy Blaylock, Young Enterprises Incorporated, and Pike County Memorial Hospital.
Start the second half, as I probably ought to turn our mics on before I start talking. Looks like the original starting lineup back into the game for North Callaway. And the same can be said for Bowling Green. Starks, Heidecker, and Bryant all with 2 fouls, nobody with more than 1 for North Callaway, so everybody will be able to get after each other here in the second half. Bowling Green moving from our left to our right for you radio listeners. They're in their white jerseys, home white. North Callaway in their road hunter green. North Callaway back in his zone. They get it to Starks. He's going to let a 3 fly, and that's the way you want to start the second half. Michael Starks from deep right wing, and it's 30-24, just like that.
2 for 4.
Back in the front court for North Callaway. Cash with it, head of the key to Weber. He'll shoot the 3. It rattles home as well. So limited 3-point shooting in the first half. Both teams come out firing here in the second. And it's back to a 3-point lead. Michael Starks has his pocket picked by Cash. He'll get it ahead to Weber. If he can catch it, he'll get a lip, and he does. Weber with 5 to open the second half. And it's a 1-point lead for the Black Bobcats, 30-29. Starks, short corner to Bryant. He'll go up and under. His layup's good. He likes it there and drives baseline. He's got good hops. He can jump over most everybody. And it's a 32-29 lead.
No slow opening here in half number 2.
No doubt about it. Langworthy on the dribble now to the elbow, and he traveled. First turnover of the half for North Callaway. Pretty decent crowd from Bowling Green here. Student second section is stuffed full. And a little more sparse on the far sideline behind the benches. As Stark drives short corner baseline. Jumper's good. Little runner from about 8, so he's got 5 in the second half. Gives him 13 for the game. And it's 34-29. Cash in the far deep corner with Niemeyer all over him. Gets it in the post to Scrogum. He tries to go to the hole. It's loose on the floor. Stolen away by Bryant. And then Cash steals it right back. He'll back up, shoot a 3 from the corner. It's an air ball. And we've got a whistle and a foul on the rebound.
Yeah, Coach Matt Miller turns immediately to Cody after getting that steal and is clapping for him. And then you take a step back 3 and air ball it right after.
Yeah, that's one of those shots where you go, what the heck? And then if it goes in there, like, good shot, good
exactly.
shot, good shot. 34-29, back come the Cats. Heidecker on the far wing, back to Niemeyer, to Heidecker, now in the post to Dalton. Dalton goes to the hoop. He can't get it to go, but there's a whistle and a foul. And Dylan Dalton will go to the charity stripe for the first time tonight.
And if North Callaway doesn't make it more difficult on Bowling Green to make that entry pass into the mid-post, the Bobcats just need to keep exposing it all day, because that's where they force that entire zone to collapse. And then if you can create space for a scoring opportunity, take it yourself or kick it out to a shooter.
Dalton misses the first, the foul on Langworthy. He's got 3 now. And he'll probably be taking a seat as Trenton Jones comes off the bench. Big 6'5" sophomore. Dalton will get II had a big football season, as Bowling Green had a good football season this year. Second free throw is good. Dalton was the quarterback, if you didn't see him play. A little full court man pressure this time by the Cats. They lead 35-29. Into the front court, Weber guarded by Starks. Crossover gets to the left wing to Peasel. Peasel's been shut out so far tonight. To Cash. Cash, right wing. Had the key now to Jones. Jones, he's not going to shoot it from out there, I guarantee it. As North Callaway slows the pace a little bit. Peasel now has it. On the dribble, throws it away, and Niemeyer deflects it, however, and it goes out of bounds back to North Callaway.
Peasel been guarded well all night by Braden Heidecker in the battle of the 12s.
On the inbounds pass, stolen by Niemeyer. He'll take it to the glass and score. About rolled out, but Starks was there to tip it back in if it did, but it stayed down for Bowling Green, and they're back to an 8-point lead at 37-29. Jones at the head of the key, hands it off to Cash. Cash to the right elbow, fakes the handoff, pulls up from 10. Good. Give him 10 for the game. Cody Cash, and it's 37-31. Niemeyer now with it between the circles. Tries to get it to Starks. It's deflected, but he'll corral it. Then he throws a smoking hot pass to Niemeyer. It goes right through his hands. That one was too hot to handle.
Yeah, you see quarterbacks sometimes do that in football on screen passes. Just a little too much steam for the receiver of the pass to handle, and that's exactly what happened here.
Little token man pressure by Bowling Green. Nothing too difficult as Cash walks it into the front court. Niemeyer pacing with him. Now they get it to the left elbow to Scrogan. Back to Peasel. He'll shoot a deep three. Back of the ring, no good. Rebounds loose, and Niemeyer will come away with it for Bowling Green. Up the left sideline, and Cash picks his pocket from behind. And they'll head the other way. Cash to the free throw line, spins in the paint, up and under. It won't go. Bryant with the rebound to Niemeyer. 2-on-2 break. He's going to take it to the glass. It's no good, and Bryant's going to pick up the foul over the back on the rebound. That'll be his third. Tonight's game in the tournament brought to you in part by Calvert's General Insurance, Eisenbach Auto Supply, His and Her Antiques and More, and Martin General Contractors. As Brian will take a seat, into the game for the first time comes Caden Chandler with his first minutes. Again, a little token man pressure by the Bobcats, no problem, as Weber gets it into the front court, dribble entry to the wing, back to the head of the key to Cash. He'll penetrate in, lobs it, they whip it around, tips it back out to Peasel, does Scrogum. Now on the short corner left side to Cash, and he'll be fouled by Niemeyer. I believe that'll be the first on Owen.
You might be able to pick up Brandon McCann yelling, "Stay down" at his defenders as Cash on each reception here likes to give that head fake right out of the gate.
On the inbounds, Cash has it. He'll step back, shoot the three, in and out, no good. Good block out by Chandler to corral the rebound for the Cats. They lead by 6, 37-31, down to 3:40 to play here in the third quarter. Heidecker open left wing. He's going to let it fly. It's good. Braden Heidecker with his first three ball of the night, and the lead back to 9 at 40-31. In the post area, Weber kicks it out the head of the key to Peasel. He'll shoot the three. He finally gets it to go. Sam Peasel with his first bucket of the night, a three-pointer. And it's 40-34. Back comes Bowling Green. Heidecker ball fakes, pulls up from 16. It rattles around and drops. Braden Heidecker with 5 quick points. And it's 42-34. Weber back for North Callaway at the head of the key. Hands it back to Cash between the circles. They'll call play number 2. That's a double pick at the head of the key. Off to Weber. Weber penetrates in, kicks it back to Cash. He spins in, back to Weber in the far corner. 3 ball on the way. Good. Nice little two-man game as Weber starting to heat up. His third three-pointer of the game. And it's 42-37. Bowling Green still on top. Haven't had a whistle for a while. Good pace to this game. Niemeyer gets it underneath to Bryant. He'll kick it back to Niemeyer, left side to Dalton. Back to Starks. He's open for 3, left wing. No good. Rebound to Jones of North Callaway. Gives it to Cash up quickly to Weber. He'll take it to Scrogum. His layup's up and good. That's the way you run a break right there. And it's down to a 3-point lead for Bowling Green. They can't put North Callaway away. 42-39, 2:05 to play in the half. Niemeyer with it, left wing to Starks. Still a 2-3 zone by North Callaway. Starks in the far corner. In the high post to Chandler. He'll get it to Dalton underneath. By accident, it went through the defender's legs. And Dalton picks it up and scores, and it's 44-39.
He'll take the assist.
That's what it'll look like tomorrow. It'll look like a great pass in the scorebook. Weber shoots another three. It's good. Oh, my, his third three of the quarter, fourth of the game, and it's 44-42. Bowling Green still on top. Down to $1:30 to play in the third. Starks left wing for Bowling Green. Plays a little catch with Niemeyer. Back to Starks. Skip past to Heidecker this side. He'll pull up from 16. Front of rim, no good. Niemeyer gets the offensive rebound. Reverse pivot. Drops it down low to Chandler. He's in a double team. Tries to split it. It's loose on the floor and will be stolen away by North Callaway. Fifth turnover of the half on Bowling Green. To Cash. Cash penetrates into paint, and he's tied up, and we got a jump ball. Chandler got his hands in there. Good defensive play, but the arrow will leave it with North Callaway. 1:03 to play as Charlie Bowen checks in. Starks will take a seat. Back in for North Callaway is O'Neal. And Scrogum takes a seat for the Birds. O'Neal will throw it in. Gets it to Weber between the circles. He's had the hot hand. He'll penetrate in. Kicks it in the corner to Peasel. His high arching three, no good. Rebounds loose, and they're going to say a rebounding foul on Jones.
And Bowling Green got to do a little bit better job of shutting down that penetration. Here on the last couple possessions, North Callaway's guards have been able to get straight line penetration into the paint, forcing help. And when that help comes, they've been able to find open shooters. So, to the benefit of Weber.
Harrison Hunt in the game for Bowling Green as they have it on Hunt, I should say, on the offensive end. He has it in the corner, back to Bowen. Left wing to Niemeyer. Niemeyer to Chandler. Down to 38 to play in the half. Heidecker has it now to Niemeyer. Let's see if they want to hang on to this with a 2-point lead. They get it inside to Hunt. He goes up. His shot's blocked, but a whistle and a foul. And the freshman, Harrison Hunt, will go to the line and get 2 shots.
Yeah, good little gamesmanship there from Niemeyer as he was staring down a shooter in the opposite corner and was able to flick a Patrick Mahomes no-look with a little bit of steam on it down low to Harrison Hunt.
Hunt's first free throw is good. The tournament in tonight's game brought to you in part by Scotty's Market in Eoya, PJ Salon, Davis Ready Mix, Harry's of St. Clement, and Betty Davis Insurance. 45-42, 28 ticks to go as Langworthy returns for North Callaway. Hunt's second free throw is good as well, so perfect from the charity stripe for the freshman. And it'll lead back to 4. North Callaway with 25 seconds to play. Scrogum returned for the Thunderbirds as well during that free throw. Cash has it at the center court circle. He'll fake the handoff to Peasel. Now he'll give it to Peasel. Heidecker all over Peasel. Down to 8. Down to 6. Peasel gets it to Cash. He'll get to the corner, shoot a fadeaway 3. Front of rim, no good. That'll do it for the third quarter. Your score, the Bowling Green Bobcats 46, the North Callaway Thunderbirds 42. Fourth quarter's next on Eagle 102.
96th Annual Bowling Green Invitational Tournament action on Eagle 102. Brought to you by Evans Insurance Agency, Silex Banking Company, Eoya Landscape Supply, and Lincoln County Farmers Cooperative.
Your 401k is likely one of your most important assets, but it's only one part of a comprehensive retirement strategy. Edward Jones can help you understand how your retirement assets fit into your entire retirement picture so you can work toward meeting your unique retirement goals. Contact me, Kayla Caldwell, your Edward Jones financial advisor, at 2604 Georgia Street in Louisiana. Edward Jones, making sense of investing, member SIPC.
Show off your school pride today with the Bulldog debit card from Bank of Louisiana. Every time you use your Bulldog debit card, Bank of Louisiana will make a donation to the Louisiana School District. Stop by the bank today and get your new Bulldog debit card so you can start supporting your teachers and students with every swipe. The Bulldog debit card from Bank of Louisiana, member FDIC.
bringing you all the action from the Eagle 102 broadcast booth, sponsored by Family Drug in Louisiana.
19-18 scoring advantage for the Bobcats in the third quarter. They'll go to the fourth on top, 46-42, and they'll have it to start the fourth. Heidecker, Niemeyer, Starks, Dalton, and Bryant for the Cats. Original starting lineup. Niemeyer tries to get it inside. It saved in bounds by Starks, but he throws it away, and Cash will take it into front court. 6 turnover the second half. Now 3 ball on the way. It's good. Count the bucket and the foul, and it's Weber again. And he'll get a chance for a rarely seen 4-point play.
Yeah, and Weber, he's a little bit more deliberate in his shooting motion, and Starks was able to get him a couple times in the first half with a blocker, get a finger on a shot. I think he was trying to get that one more time, couldn't get there in time, and then gave him the contact afterwards.
Free throw in and out. Starks picks up his third foul. Original starters back in for North Callaway in this fourth quarter as well. Weber, Peasel, Langworthy, Cash, and Scrogum. Heidecker on the right wing as they work it around. North Callaway's been in a 2-3 zone all night. Haven't deviated from that at all. Bowling Green likewise plays man. Skip pass to Dalton in the high post to Starks. Right on the elbow. He'll back out now behind the arc with 7:10 to play in the game. Bowling Green up by 1, 46-45. Kind of what we expected. Niemeyer right side to Starks. He'll penetrate in. His runner's up and good. Looked like he kind of lost the handle on the way up, but got it to go nonetheless. Quick pass up ahead, stolen by Starks. As North Callaway tried to snowbird it. Starks to the glass, and it's good. Finger roll layup for Michael Starks. So back-to-back buckets by him. Here comes North Callaway back, and they throw it away again. Stolen by Bryant. Bowling Green heads to the offensive end. Niemeyer ball fakes, puts it on the glass, won't go. Bryant on the offensive glass, but it's off the mark. And trickles out of bounds, actually off of Bryant's fingertips.
Great back and forth there from Starks, able to actually set that one first shot in, as you said. He lost it on the way up, then pick a steal with on a one-handed catch and take it coast to coast right back for his second 2 right in a row.
Lead back to 5, 50-45. Cash on the weave, hands it to Peasel. He'll pull up from the free throw line, 15, off the mark, no good. Bryant with the rebound for the Cats. He'll get it to Niemeyer. Niemeyer being hounded by Cash. To Niemeyer, right wing to Heidecker. He'll shoot the 3. It's short, and Dalton high for the tip. Tips it out to himself. It's still loose, and Weber will corral it for North Callaway. Into the front court now, Cash. Near corner to Peasel. He'll drive left baseline and throws it away. Stolen by Niemeyer. He'll run with it, but Cash kicks the pass that was intended for Bryant. And on the kicking violation, Bowling Green will get it just into the front court, right here below us from Bowling Green High School. Jim Ross, Brendan Ross with you. Got Marianne alongside as well. Glad to have you with us at the 96th annual, the oldest tournament in the state. Cats have it off the inbounds. In the short corner to Bryant. Gives it inside to Dalton. It's deflected though and stolen away by Cash. Turnover number 7.
North Callaway's made those entry passes a little bit more difficult here in the late third quarter and early fourth.
Cash gets to the glass. His double pump won't go. It's tipped out to Pizzo. He'll drive to the paint. It's off the mark as well. Now 3 players on the floor, and the ball pops out to Bryant. He was just standing there, right man, right spot. Down to 5:15 to play in the game. Heidecker right wing for Bowling Green to Bryant. Short corner left. He'll spin to the hoop. Good.
Maybe got away with switching his pivot foot there, but we will take the deuce.
It was pretty. Gunnar Bryant makes it 52-45, and Matt Miller wants a timeout. We'll step aside as well. 5:02 to play in the game. This is the Bowling Green Invitational on Eagle 102.
96th Annual Bowling Green Invitational Tournament action on Eagle 102. Brought to you by Hayden's Motorsports Center, Brown's Processing and Smokehouse Meats, Young Enterprises, Penrod Real Estate, and Clint Bowen Construction.
Here's one question that has no wrong answer. Are you going to choose the new Shell and Fuel Rewards card to be used at Shell stations, or the Shell and Fuel Rewards MasterCard that can be used everywhere MasterCard is accepted? With both, you save 10 cents per gallon, up to 20 gallons every time you fill up. And you also earn 10% rebates on your first $1,200 in non-fuel purchases per year at Shell stations. See? You can't go wrong with either. Visit www.shell.us/getrewards and apply today. At participating Shell stations only. Terms and conditions apply.
High school sports on KJFM is brought to you by Abel's Quick Shops, Mike's Tire and Service Center, and All Parts.
Out of the timeout, North Callaway with the basketball. Weber will get it. He'll shoot the three. It's partially blocked by Starks. Loose. Heidecker picks it up. He'll get it ahead to Starks. He goes in for the layup and the jam. Two-handed jam by Michael Starks. And that brings the crowd to their feet here at Bowling Green High School and stretches the lead back to 9, matching the biggest of the half for the Bobcats. 54-45 on the weave now. Langworthy turns, goes to the glass, tries to fourth it inside, and a charging foul as Bryant took the charge. And Langworthy, I believe that'll be his fourth. We'll wait for him to put it up.
And Michael Starks trying to uplift the momentum here for the Bowling Green Bobcats. That early rally of 4 consecutive points earlier, now giving a little bit of an uplift with the steal and the dunk. And Bowling Green stretches that lead right out to 9 as North Callaway had it within 3 or 4.
Langworthy is his fourth foul. Charlie Bowen back in the game. Heidecker takes a seat. Bowen gets to Starks. He'll drive in up against good defense. Oh, my goodness, it almost went in. It was blocked partially. Again, lost it on the way up. Got it on the rim, but it wouldn't go. Cash back quickly for a long three for North Callaway. It's off the mark. No good. Back comes Bowling Green. Niemeyer's pass deflected and stolen by Cash. Cash 3-on-2, left wing to Peasel. Peasel drives into the paint, and his layup's up and good, and they're going to count the bucket and the foul.
Yeah, some of that straight line penetration we talked about earlier, able to get to the bucket, and that time the help was there late. So if your options are as a help defender, you've got to get there early and completely give yourself up, risking an open shooter. But if you get there late, you bring the foul into play.
Bucket's good, and Peasel to the line for the and one. It's short, rebounds deflected out, right into Weber's hands. He'll shoot the three. It's no good. Scrogum with the rebound, and it's good. Count the bucket, and we'll shoot free throws one more time. The last foul was on Dylan Dalton. We'll see who this was on. It's on Dalton as well, so he's got 2 back-to-back. And Scrogum to the line to try and complete the old-fashioned three-point play.
Scrogum got a little size at 6'1", but the senior really working hard today. Nothing flashy, getting offensive rebounds, crashing the glass and giving himself those second chance opportunities.
He makes the free throws, got 13. It's back to a 4-point lead for Bowling Green, 54-50. Into the post, Bryant, nice catch and a bucket. He did well pinning his defender and gets a layup for his efforts.
Yeah, that time they caught Scrogum trying to get out in front of the post, and they caught him right when he was trying to slip out in front, leaving, if you do that, you got to get there and get the ball, because that when he couldn't get to the ball, that left Bowling Green wide open for an uncontested layup.
Scrogum has it to the left elbow, gets it to Weber. He'll shoot the three. He's run over again by Starks. And the ball doesn't go in this time, however, but Weber will go to the line and get 3 free throws.
And
can't take that direct line towards the shooter. That's what Starks is doing.
Right. You can't blame him for going for the block. He's gotten a few of those on this deliberate release from Weber as he knocks down the first free throw. But as you just said, yeah, you kind of want to jump and leave your body control out to the right or left of the shooter so you're not picking up that contact each time.
That is the 4th on Michael. He'll leave the game after this second free throw. Heidecker will return. Tonight's game brought to you in part by Prairie's Edge Garden Center, as the second free throw is good. Along with Courtney Photography, Marla Reed Insurance, Meyer Implement Company, and Engelmeyer Realty. And we thank all the sponsors all week as we'll have brought you 21 games. As his third free throw is good as well, as Matthew Weber drains all 3, and it's down to a 3-point lead for Bowling Green. 56-53, threes are wild.
Man-to-man for North Callaway.
3 minutes to go in the ball game. Bryant head of the key, right wing to Niemeyer. He gets it inside to Dalton on the right block. Goes up, and it's partially blocked, but it goes in, and the foul. Great strength that time by Dylan Dalton. And he'll go to the line for the and one. The foul is on Langworthy, and that is his 5th.
Yeah, and for Dylan Dalton, you mentioned the football career and the great fall he had at quarterback. He showed some of that football strength right there, able to get that ball up and through the contact with a quick move and finish through the foul, giving himself the old-fashioned 3-point opportunity.
6'2" sophomore, wears number 24, as O'Neill will replace Langworthy, who's fouled out of this game without scoring. 2:59 to play in the game. Free throws off the mark. O'Neill will track down a long rebound for North Callaway. Bobcats lead it 58-53. Cash into the front court for the Thunderbirds. Guarded by Niemeyer on a pick and roll with Scrogum in the corner. Peasel will let a three-pointer go. It's off the mark, no good, and the rebound is saved in by Cash to O'Neal. Head of the key back to Scrogum. He'll shoot the three. It's no good. And Niemeyer with the rebound for Bowling Green. Had Cash all over him, pushes it up quickly, and his pass is too tall for Heidecker.
Yeah, tough turnover in a late game situation as McCann kind of putting his hands up, telling his guys to stay calm and remain under control here as their lead guard, Michael Starks, is taking a breather.
With 4 fouls, we might add. 9th turnover of the half, 15th of the game. Cash into the paint. His layup's up and good. Split the defense that time. And he's got 12. And it's a 3-point lead for Bowling Green, 58-55. Bowling Green hasn't been able to throw the knockout punch in this game. North Callaway just hanging around. Niemeyer left wing, down to 2:05 to play in the game. Heidecker into the paint. He'll pull up right elbow off the mark from 15. Scrogum with the rebound for the Thunderbirds. Three-pointer will tie it. Cash into the front court on a pick and roll with Scrogum. Stops, penetrates in, and puts up a runner. It's off the mark, no good, and Bryant will grab the rebound for Bowling Green. They'll look to Niemeyer, the guard, and he'll walk it up the court with 1:35 to play in the game. Guarded by Cash. Niemeyer still with the dribble to Heidecker, left wing. In short corner to Bowen. He'll shoot it from 10. It's good. Charlie Bowen with his 4th point of the night. Back comes Cash to the glass. Blocked by Bowen. Niemeyer with the loose ball. He's in a double team. He needs help. And it's loose on the floor, and it's stolen away, and Matt Miller calls a timeout right when his player was going to shoot a layup after the turnover. So chaos ensues. 1:08 to play in the game. North Callaway did get the timeout. Bowling Green leads at 60-55. You listen to Bowling Green Invitational on Eagle 102.
Area high school basketball from the 96th Annual Bowling Green Invitational Tournament. Brought to you by Liggins Flooring, Pow Pow Cattle Farms and Fencing, Craig's Truck and Tractor Service, Lynn's Heritage House, and Rawls County Mutual Insurance.
Bowling Green Insurance is here to serve all your insurance needs. Bowling Green Insurance offers companies to cover your farm, home, auto, and crop needs. Give Bowling Green Insurance a call today to get a quote. 573-324-CROP.
Eagle 102 Sports on KJFM is brought to you by Ingram Plumbing, Bowling Green Pharmacy, and Mid-America Auto and Towing.
60-55, Bowling Green on top. 1:08 to play in the game. North Callaway has it underneath their own basket. Left side of the paint. The inbounds pass stolen by Bryant. Great defense by the Bobcats. Niemeyer is going to be fouled in the backcourt immediately. That'll be, well, both teams with 6, so everybody shoots free throws from here on out. And Owen Niemeyer will go to the charity stripe, where he'll get the first 1-and-1 of the game.
Yeah, so really the best thing that could have possibly happened for Bowling Green, you get a little scramble for the ball, and in the scramble for the ball, Callaway's head coach tries to whistle for a timeout right as his player collects it, basically taking away an uncontested layup, and then they steal the inbounds pass.
So, yeah, big turnaround. Really could be a 4-point turnaround right there if Niemeyer can convert the free throws. First one's on its way. It's off the mark. No good. And O'Neal with the loose ball rebound. O'Neal to Cash. On the left wing, back to O'Neal to Peasel. Peasel whips it to Cash on the far sideline. Now to Peasel. He's open for 3. Head of the key. Good. Sam Peasel drains a 3, and it's a 2-point game. And we've got a whistle and a timeout on the floor. 60-58. Bowling Green leads it. They have the ball. 44 ticks to play. You're listening to the Bowling Green Invitational on Eagle 102.
Every game, every night of this year's Bowling Green Invitational Tournament. Brought to you by Woods Smoked Meats, Mike's Tire and Service Center, the Mercantile Bank, County Market in Vandalia, and McDinger's.
Bowling Green Tractor wants to change the way you think about yard work with their Ego 56-volt ARC lithium battery-powered lawnmowers, weed eaters, blowers, trimmers, and chainsaws. At Bowling Green Tractor, you can walk in and see for yourself just how easy these products are to handle. Bowling Green Tractor, your home for Ego. Power beyond belief.
Area high school sports on Eagle 102 is brought to you by Community State Bank of Missouri, Family Drug, and Pike County Health Department, Home Health and Hospice.
We're coming down to the wire here in this third-place game. If you're just joining us, Louisiana won the consolation trophy, a 63-42 win over Ellsbury. Here it's 60-58. Bowling Green leads it. They led by as many as 11 in the first half, have led by 9 here in the second, but they haven't been able to put the Thunderbirds of North Callaway away, and they are just hanging tight with the Cats. 44.7 seconds to play after the Bowling Green timeout. It'll be Dalton, Heidecker, Niemeyer, Starks back into the game with 4 fouls along with Bryant. O'Neill, Cash, Peasel, Weber, and Scrogum in the game for North Callaway.
And some full court pressure.
Langworthy is fouled out. Niemeyer throws it away. Stolen by Scrogum to Cash. Gets it to Weber. Weber traveled. Well, they're going to call offensive foul. He actually traveled too, but he gave a little shoulder to make some space to shoot the three, and is whistled for the offensive foul. And Bowling Green will get it back. Lucky there. They got to take care of the ball. Full court pressure. All 10 players in the backcourt. Heidecker gets it to Starks. Starks has got Bryant ahead of him. Doesn't give it to him. The pass is now deflected. Bryant will track it down the near corner, and we've got a whistle on the foul. So
yeah, that's kind of a tough one, though, for Starks, because you probably want him to be your free throw shooter in the situation if you know a foul is coming. But really, you had an uncontested layup if you give the ball up a little bit earlier to Bryant. But now Bryant ends up your free throw shooter, so we'll see what he does with the one-on-one opportunity.
That he will. He's got 12 in the game, and it's in and out, no good. The rebound's off of North Callaway, and back to Bowling. Boy, Lady Luck with the Cats here these last 2 possessions. Heidecker will throw it in. Left side of the paint, down to 29 seconds to play. They get it to Starks. He'll kick it out to Bryant. He'll penetrate in, goes up high. It won't go. Scrogan with the lead rebound. Kicks it off to Cash. It's a 2-point lead for Bowling Green. Cash dribbles it off Niemeyer's foot. It's loose. 3 players on the floor. Gets it ahead to Bryant, and Coach Brandon McCann calls timeout. 16.7 seconds to play. A turnover gives it back to Bowling Green. You're listening to Bowling Green Invitational on Eagle 102.
96th Annual Bowling Green Invitational Tournament action on Eagle 102. Brought to you by Pike County Memorial Hospital, Elisha Koenig, RE/MAX Realty Agent, Midwest Heating and Cooling, Spring Valley Accounting, and Advanced Eye Care.
Cellular and Satellite Center is the only stop you need to make when it comes to satellite providers, offering DirecTV and Dish Network along with antenna installs. Now, a special message from Matthew Niemeyer himself.
If you call an 800 number and they say we will be the local installer, they are wrong.
Contact Matthew at Cellular and Satellite Center in Bowling Green, your local authorized dealer.
High school sports on KJFM is brought to you by Pike County Mutual Insurance, Brown's Processing, and Bank of Louisiana.
Well, a quick timeout by Coach Brandon McCann with 16.7 seconds to play, I believe. Bowling Green has the ball and the lead with a 60-58 lead. I'm guessing they'll try and steal it inbounds, and if they don't, North Callaway will foul immediately, and they won't really have much of a choice as to who to foul.
Yeah, you want to deny the ball as much as you obviously want the steal, but you want to deny it as much as you can from Starks.
Heidecker gets it into Starks. He backs in the corner. Now they finally foul. They let 3 or 4 seconds run off, and Michael Starks will go to the line. That's 10 team fouls, however, so he'll get 2 shots for Bowling Green, and he could make this a 2-possession game if he can drain them both. Fouls on Peasel, his second. Michael Starks, the senior, had a good career here at Bowling Green High School, and he drains the first one. That makes it 3. Now the all-important second free throw, where he can make life pretty tough for North Callaway with 13.5 seconds to play. Starks wears number 1 on his uniform, and he drains them both. And it's a 4-point lead for the Cats. Charlie Bowen will check in for Michael, as Michael has 4 fouls. 62-58. Here comes some full court pressure. Cash in the backcourt. He's got to hurry. He's taking his own sweet time. Now he hands it off to Weber. He'll shoot a deep 3. It's no good. Heidecker high for the rebound, and he'll be fouled by O'Neill. And that's going to pretty much do it, as we'll walk to the other end, and Braden Heidecker will get a couple of free throws. And Bowling Green leads it by 4 with 2.6 seconds to play.
Yeah, I don't know you necessarily needed the 3 there after it became a 2-possession ball game. Sometimes coaches elect to just try and get the quickest 2 possible because you're assuming the defense isn't going to foul you and kind of go into that foul and play the free throw game cycle again. But that's going to pretty much do it on this one.
Yeah, the way Cash was not hustling it up the floors, Heidecker's first free throw is good. You knew they were going to try and take a three, which, like you said, they really didn't need that. Heidecker's second's on the way. It's nothing but net as well, and Bowling Green's going to win the third-place trophy as North Callaway throws it in. They'll just walk it out. Your final score, the Bowling Green Bobcats 64, the North Callaway Thunderbirds 58. Post-game show's next on Eagle 102.
The Eagle 102 post-game show is coming up, brought to you by Abel's Quick Shops.
Here's one question that has no wrong answer. Are you going to choose the new Shell and Fuel Rewards card to be used at Shell stations, or the Shell and Fuel Rewards MasterCard that can be used everywhere MasterCard is accepted? With both, you save 10 cents per gallon, up to 20 gallons every time you fill up. And you also earn 10% rebates on your first $1,200 in non-fuel purchases per year at Shell stations. See? You can't go wrong with either. Visit www.shell.us/getrewards and apply today. At participating Shell stations only. Terms and conditions apply.
When you support a locally owned pharmacy, you're contributing to the growth of the community. The dollars you spend stay right here to support our local community. Health Mart pharmacies are locally owned pharmacies. There's one right here. Health Mart pharmacists have a personal commitment to their communities because, just like you, they support their community. Health Mart pharmacies are locally owned and hometown proud.
Louisiana is a Health Mart town. Family Drug Health Mart Pharmacy. The right people, the right price, right downtown. Health Mart, caring for you and about you.
Is it time to renew, redo, or rebuild? I'm Christine Rutherford, and we have loans designed specifically for repairs and renovations, along with home equity lines of credit. People's Bank and Trust, member FDIC, equal housing lender, MLO number 421603, NMLS number 407724.
Hey, this is Ryan with Mid-America Auto and Towing in Bowling Green, and we've got the lot looking good and ready to go. We've got something for everybody's budget. We have a constant rotation of new inventory, including cars, trucks, and SUVs. So if you're out and you're looking for a new car, come by and see me. Mid-America Auto and Towing, just off Highway 54 in Bowling Green, is a one-stop shop. Like us on Facebook or check out our website, midamericaautoandtowing.com.
Hear all the action from the Eagle 102 broadcast booth. Sponsored by Family Drug in Louisiana.
Time now for the Eagle 102 post-game show on KJFM. Sponsored by Abel's Quick Shops.
So the Bobcat magic continues as the Bowling Green boys team comes from the 5 seed to win the third-place trophy here at the 96th Annual Bowling Green Invitational. They led 13-7 at the end of the first quarter, 27-24 at half after a 17-14 scoring advantage for North Callaway in the second. 19-18 was a scoring advantage for for Bowling Green in the third. They led 46-42. And 18-16, they outscored the Thunderbirds in the fourth. So a close game throughout, Brendan. A good game, well-played game, entertaining. Got to love it when you come to do that.
Yeah, absolutely. A very high level of competition. I think there are two pretty evenly matched teams. I think Bowling Green really attacked that zone about as strongly and as consistently throughout the game as you could really want if you're Coach Brandon McCann. They were patient. They only took 8 threes. They made 3 of them, so they were selective as far as their outside shooting goes. The threes that they took were open and quality shots, usually off of a set shot. And a reception of a pass. But more importantly, they were able to consistently get the ball into key areas of that zone, talking about the short corner on either side of the floor or that mid-post area, and create space to either get a scoring opportunity for themselves as an individual player or collapse that zone, which creates opportunities for other players within your offense. So they did that very well, and then forced North Callaway into a man-to-man actually in the last 3 minutes of that ball game, and were able to continue to get good scoring opportunities there. So offensively very well played for Bowling Green, and they were able to ultimately keep Cody Cash and really Matthew Weber more so than the Sam Peasel in this game. But Cody Cash and Weber were the main offensive threats for the Thunderbirds on the North Callaway side, and Bowling Green stuck to that man-to-man throughout the duration of the game and made it very difficult on those guys. And I can tell you certainly that Cody Cash was very tired, did a lot of that ball handling, and had Michael Starks guarding him for a large portion of that game, and they just made it difficult on some of those top guards of North Callaway throughout the whole time. So well-deserved for Bowling Green.
Let's take a break. The Abel's Quick Shot post-game show. We'll be back and run down the scoring for you after this on Eagle 102.
Area high school basketball from the 96th Annual Bowling Green Invitational Tournament. Brought to you by Bolin Chevrolet, Community State Bank of Missouri, Shelter Insurance Agent Tim Jenkins, and La Crosse Lumber Company.
Here's one question that has no wrong answer. Are you going to choose the new Shell and Fuel Rewards card to be used at Shell stations, Or the Shell and Fuel Rewards MasterCard that can be used everywhere MasterCard is accepted. With both, you save 10 cents per gallon up to 20 gallons every time you fill up. And you also earn 10% rebates on your first $1,200 in non-fuel purchases per year at Shell stations. See? You can't go wrong with either. Visit www.shell.us/getrewards and apply today. At participating Shell stations only. Terms and conditions apply.
I'm Tylee Mills, the CEO of Pike County Memorial Hospital. You've heard it from your friends, family, and even neighbors. They choose Pike County Memorial Hospital. Quality care from quality people. Pike County Memorial Hospital.
Bundle at Pike County Mutual Insurance and save. Ask about the great rates on your personal vehicle, farm trucks, big or small, or even your motorcycle and side-by-sides. Stop by and see myself, Corey Buchanan, Buddy Bibb, or Kathy Gam at your hometown insurance company since 1895. Pike County Mutual Insurance on the square in Bowling Green.
The Mercantile Bank of Louisiana is introducing Merc BK Mobile with the ability to take a picture of your check and deposit it into your Mercantile Bank account. You'll never have to worry about getting to the bank. Find more information by visiting mercbk.com. The Mercantile Bank, located on the corner of 3rd and Georgia Streets in downtown Louisiana. Member FDIC.
Eagle 102 Sports on KJFM is brought to you by People's Bank and Trust, County Market in Louisiana, and Bowling Green Insurance.
Well, let's take a look at the scoring in that third-place game. First for the North Callaway Thunderbirds, who dropped to 9-10 on the season with the loss. They were led by Matthew Weber with 21, 15 of those in the second half. Boy, he really lit it up from three as he hit 4 3-pointers in that second half. 13 for Noah Scrogum, 12 for Cody Cash, 8 for Sam Peaselt, and 2 for Trenton Jones. The Thunderbirds were 7 of 10 from the free throw line. They turned it over 12 times. They only led by 2. That was early in the game. And even though they were pesky and stayed with Bowling Green could never quite put them away, but the Thunderbirds never led after that 2-point lead in the first quarter. Now for the Bobcats, the victorious Bobcats. They're raising their record to 4-10 on the season. They were led by senior Michael Starks. He had 21, including a two-handed jam that ignited the crowd here at Bowling Green High School. Gunnar Bryant with 12, the only 2 players in double figures, but a lot of players in the scoring column. Braden Heidecker with 9. Dylan Dalton with 9, 4 for Owen Niemeyer, 4 for Charlie Bowen, and 3 for Marcus Starks, I should say, and 2 for Harrison Hunt. They were 11 for 15 from the free throw line. We always talk about free throws in a close game. Bowling Green shot them well tonight at 11 for 15. However, they did turn it over 17 times. So if Coach McCann wants a coaching moment, it'll be about taking care of the basketball going forward. They led by as many as 11 in that first half, 9 in the second half, and they win it by the final score of 64-58. Your final thoughts on this game?
Bowling Green fans, keep your heads up. You know, I was surprised. I hadn't seen Bowling Green play yet, but just seeing the 3-10 record, I thought, you know, I didn't know really what to expect coming out. But I can tell you the effort on both ends of the floor I saw tonight, the basketball IQ on each of the players that had the opportunity to step out and get a chance to play was not reflective of a 3-10 team. So we'll see what they have here in this next kind of second half of the year. I always thought when I played after the Bowling Green tournament, as you get into the remainder of your conference season, it's really a build up to that district and any sort of playoff run that you look for. So they're certainly trending in the right direction.
Without a doubt. Louisiana wins the consolation trophy 63-42. Bowling Green takes home the third-place trophy, or keeps it at home, 64-58. That's going to do it for us here for this third-place game. We'll be back in about, it'll be 5:45, I should say, with the pregame for the championship game, which will have the Winfield Warriors, the top seed, against the number 2 seed Clopton Hawks, a rematch of last year's championship game. Be sure and tune back in at 5:45. We'll step aside. Glad to have you with us. Again, the final score here is 64-58. Bowling Green wins it. We'll see you shortly.
You've been listening to Area High School Sports on Eagle 102. Join us each week as we bring you the best of area high school sports on air at 102.1, online at kjfmradio.com, and on the KJFM radio app. You can find a full recap of scores online and daily during Eagle 102 Sports, all from your area sports leader, KJFM Radio.